Welcome to Hello Baltimore County. I'm your host, Ellen Kobler. We are here today at Baltimore County's brand new Animal Services facility, and we're joined by Dr. Melissa Jones, veterinarian who runs the facility and animal services for the county. Thank you for taking time out of your day.
Well, thanks for coming out.
How do you like your new digs?
We are very excited to be in this new shelter where we have a lot of features that our old site just didn't provide. We have these lovely group cat rooms behind us where cats can free roam and you can hang out with them.
Yeah.
We've got some great outdoor spaces for the dogs and an expanded space to house more pets and also expanded veterinary staff.
Tell us a little bit about some of the features here at the facility and how they help, for example, with the care and the health of the animals.
Sure. Well, we have both adoptable rooms for our cats and our dogs. We also have some isolation rooms for cats or dogs that might need medical care or need to be separate for different reasons. So this new building allows us to spread out a bit. We also have a great new surgical facility in this building. We used to be in a trailer kind of separate, but with all of our team under one roof, our shelter staff, our office staff, our field officers, and our veterinary staff can really work together as a team.
Okay, and everything's very modern. Tell us about the sanitation system here.
We have a great built-in system for our chemical cleaning. We can actually plug our power sprayers into a central unit and clean down all the kennels, disinfect everything. It allows our staff to be much more efficient so we can spend as much time with the animals and less time cleaning.
And more hygienic than mops and buckets, for sure, yeah. Okay, and what about, you mentioned the cat socialization room here. We're hoping one of them will jump up and join in.
Thinking about it.
Try to see over there. But this is something you didn't have before. So the cats get their activity room, but how does this help with the services to the public and the adoption and rescue?
What it really helps to do is allow potential adopters to interact with the cat much more like a home environment. So they can jump up on shelves, they can play with their toys, they can be much more relaxed in themselves so that a family can see true personality of a cat kind of in more of a home-like environment.
As opposed to in the cage or just outside the cage with other animals around.
Yeah, plus the cats love the space, being able to be up high, a little exercise on our wheel. It's a fun room.
Yeah. And how does this facility help with services to the public?
So we have expanded our spay-neuter program. Like I said, our surgical facility is now in this building, but we also have a satellite clinic in Dundalk. With the kind of numbers that we're hoping to do this year, we could do over 10,000 public and shelter spay-neuter surgeries, which is great. We host rabies clinics at this location for the second Sunday of every month, year-round. And then seasonally, we will go out into the community and do clinics at parks and pavilions throughout Baltimore County.
Okay, how does the rabies clinic work?
So we have everything at a flat low cost of $8 for the rabies vaccine.
$8 is
$8.
That's considerably lower than at the vet, right?
Yep. So we have kind of a assembly line. We might do 200-300 animals in a 2-hour period. So it's very efficient. You get your rabies vaccine. We know that everybody's up to date.
All right. And why is that so important?
Rabies is a universally fatal disease for humans or pets that are not protected. So protecting your pet is very important, and it's very easy with our low-cost clinics.
Okay, and let's shift back a little bit to the spay and neuter program. Explain to our folks that are watching why that's so important, both for the health of the animal as well as public safety.
So an effective spay-neuter program means this. It means that fewer puppies and kittens that are born in Baltimore County equals fewer animals that come into a shelter such as this one. So from a population standpoint, it's important to have as many of our pets spayed and neutered as possible. We've made it extremely cost-effective and in most cases, or many cases, free for residents of Baltimore County to take advantage of our program. And our package also includes some important vaccinations, including rabies, microchip with lifetime registration, and a license. So we're encouraging everyone to take advantage.
And how does being spayed and neutered help the animal and the animal in the household?
What we see with intact dogs and cats is they may be more likely to escape from their owners, so more likely to end up here. And there are some behavioral concerns that can be mitigated by removing that hormonal aspect, and just in a lot of ways can make them better pets.
Okay, and one of the things that you have been very successful with here at the old facility, but even more so now, is cutting the euthanasia rate of the animals in your care. The numbers are pretty striking.
We have absolutely already seen a decrease. We reported for the first quarter of 2016 a 93% live release rate for dogs.
The 93% is very good.
It does, and it actually includes a 33% return to owner rate for dogs, which is very high compared to national averages. And we can thank our our Lost and Found program, as well as our low-cost microchips, which are included in every redemption, every adoption, and for only $10 to members of the public.
Okay, now what should someone know? First of all, we'll just hit on that. If they lose their pet, what should they do in Baltimore County?
If you lose your pet in Baltimore County, you should contact us and file a loss report. We will ask you to send pictures. We also have staff members that check out other lost and found pages throughout the county and the Baltimore area to match up lost animals from locations by zip code and compare pictures. Social media has helped with that immensely.
Oh, I bet. All right, and now for the fun part. For somebody that wants to adopt an animal, what do they do?
If you want to adopt an animal, you can first check out our website. All of our adoptable animals and our lost animals, but our adoptable animals are posted on the Baltimore County website. A little description about maybe something about their character, their personality. If you see somebody that looks interesting, or if you just want to take a drive up here and check out what we have. Our dogs and cats are available for adoption Tuesday through Saturday. You can meet your dog, take them for a walk outside, come hang out in one of our group cat rooms. We always have some sort of adoption promotion going on or some kind of special to make it more enticing.
Okay, and tell us about the outdoor elements here at the new facility.
Yes, very different from our old shelter. We have some great use of our outdoor space now. There is a yard behind our shelter here where pets or staff can take dogs for off-leash fun. Burn some good energy for some of our residents here.
Yeah.
Soon we'll have some pools and agility equipment where they can just really enjoy themselves off leash. There's also a large area for on-leash walking for volunteers and members of the public to take a pretty long stroll around the back. And soon out front we will have a public dog park where volunteers or members of the public can have off-leash time with the dogs.
Okay, well tell us sort of a quick overview for anybody that may be just tuning in about this new $6 million facility up in Baldwin and why it's so much more beneficial than what you had before.
So I guess in summary, the big benefits to this building are a lot of services all in one place with enough space for everybody to kind of stretch out. So we have the ability to house more dogs and cats, to provide more medical care for the animals that are here, to provide more spay-neuter for members of the public that bring their animals here, or a microchip or a rabies vaccine. We've expanded our volunteer program. We have a volunteer coordinator. We've expanded our foster and rescue program with a coordinator for that also. And we've actually, this fiscal year, doubled the number of animals that have been sent out to rescue compared to last year.
All right, and you mentioned a new facility in Dundalk for people who aren't in a position to take the beautiful country drive to get up here. But do you also have something in the works for the west side of the county?
Yep, Dundalk will celebrate its 1-year anniversary in August. And soon at the end of this year, probably November or December, we will open a spay-neuter clinic at Southwest Area Park. So for the other side of the county, we'll have a counterpart there, and together with all 3 locations, we could easily do over 15,000 surgeries a year.
And by surgeries, you mean the spay-neuter?
Yep, just spay-neuter.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for showing us around, and thank you for watching. And please take the trip up to Baldwin and take a look around, see the new facility, and see if there might just be a new family member for you here. And we will be right back with more of Hello Baltimore County.